welcome to the channel. Hey yarn lovers, chaotic crocheters, and all those in between. I'm Caleb Hardy, and this is my new YouTube channel. As some of you probably know, I used to have an old channel, RIP. But you know, I decided new year, new me. Ooh. And I decided, let's start fresh. Because I had a dream that we will all be great crocheters one day. And that day, it starts today. For today's video, I am doing a yarn review. I'm going to be reviewing this new yarn, well, new to me, yarn. It's like Scheepjes. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but we're gonna get to that later in the video. So don't bully me. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is my first time doing a yarn review video. So I watched some other videos in advance of this to kind of like let me know what you guys are expecting, what you want to see in a yarn video. So if I forget anything or leave anything out that you want to see in a yarn review, like just let me know by like commenting, I guess, and I will try to include those in the next video. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I have these like fancy little boards, and I also have this new Olivia content creator tool light, so we get to do a fancy montage unboxing video. I don't know if you guys can see this, like the same quality of the color and like the richness through the camera, but oh my goodness. So this is the brand Scheepjes, and this is the type of yarn. This is the stone washed yarn. It's 78% cotton, 22% acrylic, and it requires 3 to 3.5 millimeter hooks / knitting needles, and it's a sport weight. And if you want to find their social medias, you can find them here and order some of your own yarn. Guys, I cannot even tell you, the second I opened the bag, I just audibly gasped because the colors and the materials, they are beautiful and they work so well together. I also love the quality of this yarn, and the aesthetic is so on point. One thing you all are going to learn about me is that if a yarn has an easy start tag, automatic bonus points. An easy start tag is perfect for yarn because it helps you find the center pull of your yarn and also helps prevent you from getting knots. And we all know that we do not like knots in our yarn because that's a waste of time and a waste of our money. So let's talk about yarn. Here I have my 3.75 millimeter furls crochet hook, and basically I'm going to crochet a little gauge, or I guess more of a swatch, to kind of give you guys an idea of what it looks like when it's crocheted and even let you know how it's feeling. So right off the bat, guys, do not be fooled. This yarn is definitely thinner than it looks. I want you all to keep in mind that this yarn is a sports weight and not a worsted weight. So for those of you who don't know, in crochet / yarn terms, we categorize the thickness of the yarn by weight. So a worsted weight is a weight number 4, and a sports weight, also known as fine, is categorized as a weight number 2. But for this particular yarn, I wouldn't put it in a weight 2 or weight 4. And I say this because I feel like it's a little too thick to be in category 2, but a little too thin to be in category 4. Now look at that first row of double crochet stitches. They're so pretty. So the next thing that I'm wanting to talk about with this yarn is the feeling of it. So Immediately, this yarn feels super soft. If you give the yarn a nice little squish squish or touch it or anything, you're definitely going to want to give it a nice warm hug and embrace it, because this yarn is so soft to the touch. But is it really soft to the crochet? And the answer to that is no. When I crocheted with this yarn, I was feeling a little bit more of a rustic side than I was expecting. And I think this might be because I'm so used to crocheting with the 100% cotton yarn and forgot that this was 3/4% cotton, 1/4% acrylic, and that definitely gave it that little bit more of a rustic feeling that I was expecting. Now, this isn't the worst thing in the world, but if you're crocheting with this yarn super fast for long periods of time, it's definitely going to give your finger a little bit of soreness and kind of like a rug burn feeling. And my last little crochet critique for this portion of the video is that the yarn threads do not stay together very well. Now, this yarn has like 8 threads to it. I'm not really sure how many are tweeted and rolled together, but I want to say it's at least 8. And while I was crocheting with them in this video, and even after when I worked on some other crocheting with this yarn for a shawl I'm making, I noticed that just doing simple double crochets, that the threads are easily becoming loose, and there's going to be some little loose holes and threads in your project. And if you're someone who doesn't like that, I wouldn't recommend this yarn for the top of your list, because there's going to be a couple and some of them are non-fixable. So I'm done with the little mini swatch, and this is what it turned out looking. I want to say it does look very, very nice. I love the cotton acrylic blend. The colors, it's doing it. I love it. But as you saw, I had to give it the little squish test, and I was tugging and tooling and pulling and doing all the little works. And unfortunately, it didn't pass as well as I hoped. Now, basically during the squish test, I'm basically extending the yarn to see how well it keeps its shape, and I want to say it keeps its overall shape pretty good, but the more you pull it, it does get a little bit loose each time. So it's going to get looser and looser every time you may tug on that sweater to fix the collar. So keep that in mind, because your sweatshirt will become looser over time, losing its original size. This video is being filmed a couple days later, but I just want to show you all this shawl that I've been working on. Like, just look at this. You can see the texture is very, very here. It's very, very present. You can see the little details being made, and this yarn was the perfect choice for this. Like, oh, I'm so in love. Okay, so this is the yarn. It's the Scheepjes Stone Wash. The vibrance of this is pretty strong, but in my personal opinion, it's a little light, like a little too light for me. I would have loved it if it was like a little bit darker in certain spots. And this is that in the photos, they looked pretty dark. So just know that when you're buying it, the photo may be a certain dark, vibrance, saturation, whatever the word is. So just know that the yarn's gonna be a little bit lighter than it is in the photo. I like that this yarn is like 3/4 cotton, 1/4 acrylic, because the cotton definitely gives it like this soft feeling, and it also makes it easier to wash. But the acrylic still gives like a little bit of fuzz, which gives it more of like a rustic look, especially when we're going with like these fall color aesthetics. So for a size comparison, this is a 5mm Squishmallow. It's Olaf. I like warm hugs.
Hi, I'm Olaf, and I like warm hugs.
Is the yarn. So as you can tell, the yarn's only about 5-6 inches tall, and the yarn it comes with is not a lot. If you want, you can compare it to something like Yarn Inspirations Burnett Blanket yarn. It's a big skinny yarn, and you can get it on sale at Joann's for about $6.50. So you can pay the same price for that as you're paying for this. Now, I don't know how much it cost them to make the materials for this or anything. It could probably cost a lot. But I'm just saying, I wish that I could spend a little less and get a little more, especially because the sizes they come in are pretty small and petite. So you're gonna have to buy multiple just to make one project. So I'm making a shawl, so I need to buy 8 of these. So $6 times 8 is $42. So that's $48 for one project, versus if I was spending like $30, I could probably make 2 different projects. So I bought mine off an Etsy. It was a really nice shop. It came within, I think, 4 days of me buying it. So like they're a star seller and it came super quick and it was super reliable and everything. I'll definitely have all the links down in the description. But I bought on Etsy for about $574 for each skein plus free shipping. And then I also found out recently that you can buy them on lovecrafts.com for about $4 or $5 each. So you really just have to look at different websites and see how much they're selling it for. Do you have to pay for shipping, and kind of just like see which one has the best sales of the time, the best deals. You know, be a bargain shopper. Us crocheters need to be bargain shoppers because yarn is not cheap. So once you find out, you know, who your favorite shop is or who's more reliable, who has quicker shipping times, what's cheaper, you can buy it from there. And you can also try buying from different shops just to see which shop has the best value. I bought the yarn off of Etsy, and it was mostly because I bought yarn off of Etsy earlier previously that day, and I just started going on like a yarn shopping spree, and I could not contain myself because I have literally no self-control. So I just started buying yarn. I bought all these cotton yarn to make some amigurumis, which I will also be doing a yarn review on as well. Now this yarn comes in so many colors. There's like 20 options. It's crazy. So I'm gonna put them right here and you can see which color is best for you. Guys, I think we're reaching the part of the video where we have to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. But I have to go now. Yeah. Okay, yarn lovers, kick-outer crocheters, and all those in between, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed to the end, I appreciate it so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new YouTube video. You watch yarn reviews all the time, or you want to start watching some yarn reviews, let me know what type of things you want to see in the yarn review. This is my first yarn review, so I wasn't really sure like what to talk about, what to include in it. I kind of just put things that I would want to know, and hopefully you would want to know too. But, you know, what do I really know? What do we really know? Nothing. So sad to be leaving, but I'm so excited to start on this shawl. It's gonna look so good. If you all want the pattern, I'll definitely put it in the description. And if I finish it by the time this video is published, I'll definitely include a clip before it closes. But if not, you can go ahead and scroll over to my Instagram at crochettingworlds, and you can see some photos and videos on there of the work in progresses. I post on my story daily, and I also post a couple photos and reels every week. And when the finished product is done, I'll definitely be showing you all on here and on my Instagram. See you all soon. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to crochet the day away. Period. Chaotic crochet supremacy. Chaotic crochet supremacy.
Really don't know why I felt the need to yell that twice, but okay.
Thank you.